Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
It's showtime.
You may have heard about me, but don't believe everything you hear. I'm about to tell you the truth.
Are you familiar with Heidi Fleiss?
With who?
Heidi Fleiss.
No.
In some regard, I don't know how much you know, but that your daughter became pretty well known in Vegas and throughout this world circle as kind of the...
No, see, that's a total surprise to me. A total surprise.
Where I'm from, what I do is considered taboo. I offer men of all kinds the girl of their dreams. I'm a good girl gone bad.
It's always the bishop's child that's the worst, that rebels the most.
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, one of the most conservative states in the nation. But hell, I don't care. I run a successful escort service helping women get wealthy while fulfilling men's fantasies.
She runs everything. She'll walk into a room and she runs that shit. And nobody can deny it. She'll walk into a room full of pimps and run that shit.
The difference between a pimp and me is my girls keep all their money. I've never had to slap a bitch to get her respect. My girls are loyal, and for that are rewarded greatly.
You got $1,000 pimps and you got $1 million broads, you think what I'm saying, that, like Jodi, that's getting real money.
Yup, I want it all. The beach homes, luxury cars, and big bank accounts. My Mormon parents didn't even know.
I just, no. Are you sure?
I had no idea there would be consequences to my actions. In my eyes, I was doing nothing wrong. The flossin' comes at a price, and I paid the ultimate cost of them all. I lost my babies, my kids, and prison was taking me away from them. I was about to become a number.
15467-081.
That's my prison number. I had to leave everyone and everything I loved, everything I had worked so hard for. I earned every inch of my respect. Hell, I started out as an escort, and I used to work until my feet bled. Now I'm the boss, and so many people depend on me. People think I'm in love with the dick? No. I'm in love with the paper and the power and respect that come with it. I'm always gonna grind hard, making sure that my kids never get a loaf of bread for their birthday. I'm Jodi Mattinson, I'm a boss, and this is my story. It was just hours before I had to turn myself into a federal penitentiary in the Bay Area. Utah police couldn't stop my hustle, so the feds gave me 3 years for tax evasion and wanted me to pay almost $1 million in restitution. Now I'm on my way to turn myself in.
That was my son's barber.
calling to wish me good luck. Making sure that my sister, who's taking care of the kids, is going to have his number. So I'm a little nervous. I'm actually more sad than anything that I got to leave my girls. Because I know they're hella depending on me, and they depend on me on a daily basis. So it's hard to leave them. It's like leaving my kids, you know? So I need to smoke a blunt and just chill. I actually have to do some work on my way to prison. I got to do some last minute emails, which is crazy, but I took a sleeping pill last night and was out. Although it didn't really help. I tossed and turned all night.
Okay.
Alrighty, so should we go? Let's go to prison. The guy I just spoke with was actually a prison consultant that did like 10 years. Larry Levine. Yeah, his name's Larry Levine. But no, I just got off the phone with him and I was like, is there any last minute advice you can give me? And then when I told him where I was going, he was like, oh, Dublin is a women's camp. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Camp, there's no walls, there's no fences. I could run if I wanted to. Yeah, I'd get in trouble.
But just a few weeks ago, I was living it up, trying to enjoy myself at my surprise going away party in Utah. We started the night off at one of my services in Salt Lake City.
Hi, honey. How are you?
All ready to go, huh? White dress?
Yeah, first, I guess. White dress. And
Hi. Hi. Good, how are you? Good. You're fucking hot. I had to work with Boo quite
cute. This is my girl, Nani. From back in the day, we used to work each other in the 90s. Making thousands a day. Out here in Utah. Hey, now.
Yup, we were getting twisted that night. After a few vodka and Red Bulls, I was ready to party.
In a couple weeks to the Federal Penitentiary. We're getting it in tonight, so I'm not going to be back in the city. Oh, that hurts my heart, but these are my girls, these are my bitches, these are the bitches that are going to hold it down for me while I'm gone. And we're getting it in tonight, you know what I mean? We got the fucking police right here, we don't give a fuck what they have to say.
Stunting all night, trying to forget about my problems. Only my top girls were invited to the party. The owner of the club was there. Where's the after party? Oh! My house
number. 463-6969, baby. She looks like she's from the probation office right there, though. Really, though. Sorry. Like she's straight from the probation office. What can I say? Right here, this is the hairstylist. This is the makeup stylist, hairstylist. And then all the hoes, magic man. The hoes, beautiful. You know what I mean? This bitch should be in Hollywood doing stars makeup and hair. You feel me?
I'm getting window. Call it fucking window in this.
Your siblings or your mother call you and say anything to you? Today? Yesterday?
My brother Brady, who's been to jail several times, called me, and I know my brother Freddie would have called me if he weren't locked up his damn self. Like my younger, they hella love and respect me, and you know I've been a role model for them and whatnot. But my parents and I don't know, my older brother and shit, they're probably like, she might deserve to go to prison, you know.
But if you really want to know what inspired my hustle, then we have to go back to my roots and my Mormon family.
I grew up here in Utah, and my daddy was a police officer, and my mom was a Mormon with 8 kids. So, you know, I come from what most people would say a stable background.
When she was young, she was just a sweetheart. Our firstborn daughter, we loved her dearly.
Growing up in my household was very strict. I always seemed to be grounded for God knows what. My parents never let me go out. If I wanted to go out, I would have to sneak out of the window. It sucked. I had no personal life. I felt unloved and neglected.
Growing up, my dad had a great work ethic, so he had 2 jobs. My mom worked at home. She taught us how to cook, clean, we all had chores we had to do every Saturday. We'd rotate, we'd learn how to deep clean. We helped in the yard. We had a garden. We did all that.
My organization skills came from, I would say my dad. He held down 2 jobs my whole life. So I think I learned a lot from him. Or possibly taking care of my brothers and sisters, yeah. But my mom was very neglectful. She was really into the church, and that was her priority. Popping out kids and letting us raise each other while she went to church and my dad went to work.
That was the only thing I ever wanted to be, was a mother and have children. I never had any aspirations to be anything, workforce, didn't have any desire to go to school or anything like that.
I hated the hypocrisy of being a Mormon girl, so I rebelled against it and all that conservative BS.
Difficult for her father to be a police officer, and the police officer, acting chief's daughter, is getting in this much trouble. That's pretty embarrassing.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's hard to, get picked up in a stolen vehicle, and she's out joyriding with these people, and the police officer in a neighboring town give us a call to come pick her up because they don't want to arrest her because of who she is. And yeah, we dealt with a lot of that type of stuff with her.
Well, she probably did act out a little bit, and maybe try to push the envelope a little bit to see how much she could get away with, still, and not get into too much trouble. But it didn't help, because she got into just as much trouble as anybody else would have. She didn't get any breaks for her being a policeman's daughter.
Did she rebel against the Mormon religion and thought it was too restrictive and she wanted to go out and explore and be?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I think that she wanted to experiment with drugs. Jodi was diagnosed with bipolar.
This is Jodi. She's getting ready for her first day. She's going to homecoming tonight. We have a picture of your smiling, pretty face.
Get out, get out. Get out while I brush my teeth.
That's the way Jodi always talks to us. Now to show them how you can be phony and be pleasant.
And we started taking her in for counseling, and we were just at our wits' end, didn't know what to do. She was acting out quite violently.
See that boy over there that weighs like 400?
Hey, don't talk like that, Jodi.
You know, don't tell me how to talk and not to talk.
I certainly will.
I'll talk however in the hell I want.
No, you won't, Jodi.
Okay, Dad.
Just a sec, Braid.
I think the final straw was when her little sister was standing by the stove, and she took boiling water and sat and would flick it at her. And I just had, you know, I can't have you doing this to my, you know, my other child. I was feeding the baby, and every time she'd walk by, she'd just hit me really hard against the back of the head. And I asked Stephen to come in and control her, because I couldn't control her. I'm taking care of a one-year-old, and he came and he took her in the corner of the cupboard and put a hand on each side of her, and she's just sitting here pounding him and screaming and yelling at him. And I think it was all over something very minor.
We didn't know for sure, like, if she was involved in gang activity or not, you know, because she'd talk about that. She'd go down and write on her notebook. She'd write these little gang signs on her notebook, you know. And this was kind of maybe a phase. I don't know what it was, but it concerned me, you know, when I saw that kind of stuff, because I don't know why that would entertain her.
My parents didn't understand my rage. Their strict rules were fuel to my fire. As soon as I was allowed to leave their house, I began my paper chase. And now, I was feeling the real-life effects of my hustling. Prison.
Just take care of the kids, keep them busy. I told you on my letter I probably won't be able to call you for my email. I probably won't be able to call you for like a week at the most until I get my commissary and my card, my phone card. But just kiss the kids for me and just try and keep them busy, okay?
I was determined to leave my world in order, and my most thorough, reliable secretary, Tori, was taking over the business while I was locked up. My little sister stepped up to take care of my kids, Bentley and Furious.
Here's my family. This is my little boy, Fury. He's 5 years old. He's going to be going to kindergarten this year. She's my baby sister. This is the baby of the family, Corby. She's 19. This is my daughter, Bentley. I'm about to do her hair. Mwah. She's 8, going into the 3rd grade. Carly, 21. She just turned 21. And Gina is not trying to be on camera right now. I can tell by her face. Gina's the one that's going to be moving in here and taking care of the kids while I'm gone. I'm really appreciative of that. She quit her job and stuff to move out here to be with the kids.
Yeah, you quit your job.
Beth, let's do your hair.
And this is my desk. Over here.
Oh, you got a cool room, man.
And there's my punching bag underneath there, even though I got teared up.
Mm-hmm.
Up here is another bed.
Okay. Who sleeps up here?
Oh, sometimes I do, and sometimes he comes.
All right, like your company, your cousins, or friends. Or...
Well, my cousin wants to sleep up here, and you can do this.
I hate when girls lie about deaths in the family. You know, like my grandpa died, I can't come to work. I'm like, oh, really? You know, not to sound heartless or anything, but I'm gonna need to see that obituary or some sort of proof, because I feel like you just got paid a bunch of money and now you're flaky.
I have beautiful homes, but I can admit, my bedroom is lonely. I don't have time for a boyfriend.
My room's a mess because I got visitors, I have company, so there's stuff everywhere. But my favorite is my bedspread. It's a Versace bedspread. It's a very soft and I love it. I love my bedspread.
I can't believe I have to go from rockin' Gucci and Cavalli to prison khakis.
So I have a purse and a shoe. That might make some bitch jealous, you know. I got the Christian Louboutins. Love those. A lot of Christians. A lot of Gucci. My favorite's Gucci. Cavalli. Love Cavalli. Got my this is my Players Award. I got it at the Players Ball in Chicago last year. the consistency award.
Nice.
It was really funny, but it was cool.
It's pretty sad that things are so important, because things have never been important to me. You know, having designer clothing or a fancy car or a big house.
I have 3 homes.
Okay.
This is my Las Vegas house. This is where the kids go to school.
Okay, this is where you at majority of the time? Okay.
What was that?
This is where you at, 80% of... Okay.
Most of the time, other than that, when I'm working like 3 days a week, I fly out of town to Cali or Utah. And then the kids are here with the nanny. I have a live-in nanny.
Okay.
She's not here right now. She's not here when I'm here, basically. She goes.
I was honest with my kids about prison, but they still had questions. I tried to find the answers.
So you're going to have a shower and a bed. But is it toilet nasty?
No, I think I have to clean my own toilet. I'm not going to have a maid in there. So Mommy will just clean her own room. And I'll be in there with all girls, no buttons.
I still had things to take care of. I needed to make sure that Tori had all the right information.
Who was that?
Red. She's like, did you leave a schedule? I'm like, yep, it's right fucking there where I always leave it. How about that?
And what did she say?
She's like, oh, I'm playing. I'm like, yeah. You're bothering me right now with stupid shit.
Oh, well, the bitches are going to be bothering you all the time.
I know, but with stupid shit. Like, problem solve yourself.
Drive 400
No, those girls aren't going to do that,
then
though.
turn right.
They will eventually. I got it.
And you want to know another thing I wanted to tell you, girl, is when you tell a bitch what to do, sometimes before you tell her what to do, explain to her why you're about to tell her what to do. Because then they got the picture in their head, you know what I'm saying?
I would never pay a pimp. No man could push me harder than I push myself. I choose me.
That's how it's going. So y'all go, it's green for the money and it's gold for the house. Pimps up! Somebody will watch it. Get out, people. Pimp, pimp!
I've never called myself a madam. Other people may call me a glorified pimp. You know, I'm a girl who has girls that sends the girls to guys.
What do you think about women that hold own services, let's say? Are they sort of like pimps when they got the service and they got girls?
No, ain't no sort of like no damn pimp. You know what I'm saying? They just got a business. If a woman got a service, they got some lady friends that's working for her, some hoes or whatever you want to call it, that's working for her. No, they get their money and she getting hers. Bitch that come up in the service, they go in there and let the bitch that own the service tell the bitch what to do and how to do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a bitch that ain't got no respect for her. I know that this bitch is green and ain't got no game.
I haven't had that many great experiences with pimps because I see the girl's point of view. And I see her working her ass off for nothing. Bitches, you know, shopping at Ross Dress for less. And he's out there stunting with the money she made. And it hurts me sometimes.
In an ideal world, if a man is going to sit back and get paid by a woman just to be a man, then he better be the best man possible for that woman. He should be holding her down and helping her take care of her responsibilities. He should be helping her better herself, educate herself, and have a better life. He should be teaching her how to save and invest so that she can move on with her life into something better and positive. This is a stepping stone for strong women, and it can make a woman, but they break women.
What's any easier than to sit back and have someone else go out and make the money and bring it to you? That's just unbelievable. It's unfathomable to me that anybody would agree to do that. That dude is a little suspect to me.
Why do you want to live off a woman, and what's a pimp without a hoe?
Well, a pimp without a hoe is a leaking pimp. That's all. Nigga just ain't got no hoe, but he's still staying down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? So pimping gonna make sure that pimping straight anyway, you dig? And then why a nigga live off the hoe? Well, like I say, you know what I'm saying, like we said before, you know what I'm saying, trying to explain the game about how a nigga live off the hoe and everything, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of hard to do because I can't tell you how to fly that motherfucking space shuttle up to the moon, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, a pimp without a hoe, she guaranteed not to get no real dough.
But even I can admit, some of these women have no discipline and they need a man to tell them what to do. Some girls just don't get it.
not opposed to pimps because I believe that some bitches who are not in the right type of mind need a pimp. You know what I mean? Some bitches who need that type of guidance and that type of influence, they need to get pimped. It's a necessity to some bitches because some bitches are just too dumb to do it on their own. That's just the truth.
The difference between Jodi and a pimp? I mean, Jodi has pimp aspects, of course. I mean, she's dominant, she runs that shit, she knows pretty much everything about the game and all that, but the difference between Jodi is she's not taking all of our money, she's obviously helping us get somewhere that we ever thought we would ever be by having her clientele base and coming as far as that she's been, but she's more of a mother figure.
My view of a pimp would be some guy sets up meetings for you and you give him most of your money.
Black and, you know, suits and their goofy suits.
Purple suits, baby powder. Shit, that's what, I mean, from movies.
When the world thinks of like a pimp, you think of me driving like, I don't know, a 1968 Cadillac dropped on like some 14-inch rims, and I wear like this big shiny suit that I just got in Asia, and I'm like calling my homies up and my bitches up every single day and pimp slapping them. You know what I'm saying? Where's my money?
The relationship that a pimp has with his hoe, whatever you want to call it, you know, he beats her, he takes all her money, and she has to do it.
Wait a minute, how many pimps have you met?
None. I've never met a pimp.
Where'd you learn that from? Who told you that?
A pimp? You just seen off the TV.
Have you ever seen a pimp other than black? Only been black guys?
Not that I am aware of. On TV.
Only black guys. You think it's possible it might be some white pimps out there? Are you a pimp?
Hesitant. No. I don't know. Again, pimp's a very ambiguous word. How do you want to define it? If you give me a really precise definition, I'll say if I fit that definition or not.
Do you accept money from her?
Yes, she gives me money.
Do you ask her for it or she's give it?
We have an interesting relationship. The reality is that I came to her with a business proposition, asked her if she would help support me while I produced a game. Before this, I was a director of operations, so I'm not unfamiliar with the business world. And she was making money in this way, and we talked about a variety of different things. She said she was willing to help pay for some of my stuff while I worked on the game.
You're a pimp.
If that's your definition of pimp, then sure.
Like if it is that way, if there are these pimps that just take all your money and then, you know, take you to get your nails done and that's all right, why in the fuck would you do that?
Have you ever gave any man your money?
Yes, I have. I was, the man that I married was my boyfriend when I did this the first time. And he got, I would say, the majority of the money.
So what's the difference between him and a pimp?
Didn't really think about it much before today, how that's different than a pimp. He definitely wasn't telling me what to do, but he was benefiting from the money. Most of the time he didn't have a job. He'd stay at home and buy things, and yeah, I wish the situation had been reversed. That would have been nice for me.
Okay.
This is my good friend Michael, the Dr. MC in the house.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Doc MC, the original Pink Derby. You dig what I'm saying? This comes from original pimp nigga, man. You dig what I'm saying? Flew in for this get down. You dig what I'm saying? There's a lady boss around this motherfucker. Only bitch we respect in this game. You heard me? You dig what I'm saying? We're talking about when God said they like they was talking about me. I like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. MC. I'm not here to brag or boast. I just want you to know that I'm the founder of the Players Soap. You dig what I'm saying? We want everybody supporting around here. You dig what I'm saying? I give these marks support. They don't give to me. You know what I'm saying? Give my partner the props. You know, lady boss, touch.
And she's a real businesswoman, you know? That's why I can see her views and I can see her angle. I can see where she's going, you know what I'm saying, with the game in itself. So Big Bank will always take Little Bank, you dig what I'm saying? So for Boss Lady, she can stand on a lot of these niggas' head, you dig what I'm saying? You know, because she definitely is getting fed up around this motherfucker, you know? And I tell them that all the time, you know, watch yourself, you know? She might be a lot faster than a lot of these niggas on the street.
Well, how do pimps feel about her?
On the business standpoint, from a CEO's standpoint, we can salute her. You know, she treats it like a business. She treats everybody, you know what I'm saying, solid. You know, she runs a corporation.
But I know when you say,
You should come over here. I know you mean, get the fuck over here. You know what I mean? But you don't say it like that. I know what you mean.
Even though I'm the boss, I'm not afraid to go on a call. Nobody will work harder for me than me.
Can I help you?
Hi,
Hi.
this is David. I'm from Escort. How you doing?
I'm good, David. How you doing? You got the 3 girls there, right?
No, I wish.
Oh, wow. You wish. You want me to send 3 girls over right now?
No, is Kira working tonight?
She is. She won't be available for about 2 more hours, though.
Okay, yeah, she's pretty popular.
Yeah, but you know what? As a matter of fact, I have 3 girls in Park City right now. Candy, Sasha, and Vanessa. Either one of them can come over, and I'll actually waive the travel fee for you since they're already in your area.
Hey, who did I have before Kira? What was her name?
Let me see here. Hold on. You had, before Kira, you saw Tatum. She's kind of bigger.
No, it was after her.
Oh, that's Sasha. And she's in Park City now.
Okay, good.
Okay, what's your address?
Yeah, it's in Summer Park, so
Okay, perfect. I'll let her know.
have her come in, and then I need to give you a card number and all that stuff.
Okay, what's the card number, honey? And when does that expire? Okie dokie, honey. I'll have her call you if she gets lost, okay, Dave? Thank you. Thanks, babe. Bye. Plus, I have personal relationships with all my clients. We have a great rapport. The phone girl pretty much answers all the calls and sends the girls out. We do the credit cards, we do the paperwork, we pretty much sell the guy or sell the girl to the guy.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, honey?
We're all good. Just checking into your availability.
I'm available now. Where are you?
I'm at the Escort.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to come over.
Yeah, so this is you on the picture, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, why don't you come over? I'd love to see it.
And what's your room number, love?
I'm a real nice guy. I'm from the Bay Area. Got here looking at real estate.
Oh. You're looking to buy me a house? Because I need a house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to buy a house.
Yay.
I'm filthy rich, so. 5093.
What's the last name, honey?
My last name is Cal.
Okay, I'm going to freshen up really quick, and then I'm going to call your room before I head out to make sure you answer the phone, and then I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
All right, honey, bye. Because I talked to this guy one time. He was staying at the Motel 6. He sounded really, really nice, really proper, really just, and I sent him a girl. And he goes, can you make sure she brings lingerie? I was like, yeah, no problem. She went in her lingerie. She has some, Victoria's Secret stuff or something. I kid you not, this girl called me, she's like, wow. She's like, he was wearing lingerie too, and girl, I felt so underdressed. His shit was so much better than mine.
You might wonder how I even started working as an escort. Actually, Oprah Winfrey inspired me.
I was at the homeless women's shelter, okay, because my parents would not let me come home. I had nothing. My mom and dad said I can't come home, I'm grown, I'm on my own, and so I had nowhere to go. And I was living in a women's shelter, and I was watching Oprah Winfrey one day, and there were working girls on there, and they were telling their story, pretty much how much money they made, and that they make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year by entertaining men. I never thought twice about it until I went and applied for a job, and they told me I would get my first paycheck in about 3 weeks. And I didn't have a quarter for a phone call, so, I couldn't wait 3 weeks. So I then thought, well, maybe I'll go and try the escort thing. So that's how that started. I went to an escort service that day, and right when I walked in, they hired me, sent me on a call, and I was off to making money.
She says, I started making so much money, and now I can't walk away from it.
I didn't really understand what it was to start with. I was so busy doing other things and stuff like that, it didn't really dawn on me. I just kind of expected, when I heard escort service, I kind of thought it was a limo service.
I was schooled by an older gentleman who was in the industry for decades, but when the local vice shut him down, I started my own thing.
And I was about 20 years old at that time. I ran his office and I started doing my own thing. And he got in some trouble with the state police and they raided us several times. We ended up getting shut down, the service got shut down. And at that point, me and a couple of my girlfriends just started working independently out of the newspaper. Then the vice cops, caught on to what we were doing, basically, and we got in trouble. And then I moved to Colorado, and I started my own escort service at that time. I mean, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I was the first person that I knew of that was motivated, and all my girlfriends used to tell me that too, like, oh my God, what drives you? Like, we've already made $1,000 today. What do you mean you want to go do another call or send another girl out? But I don't know what it is about me. I just, I like money and I like working.
That seems like forever ago, when I was just a young girl addicted to the cash and the hustle. Now I'm dealing with big girl dreams and big girl issues.
Yes, I'm getting my hair chopped. I'm getting my prison hairdo, as Shelly would say. This has been a really hard day for me because it was the day I had to say my final goodbyes to my kids. And it was so fucked up because I set my alarm for 8:15 because I thought my boy had to go be at school by 9. But it was actually because my nanny's been taking him to school this week because I've been busy doing everything, getting shit prepared. So I go downstairs and I'm all excited to take them to school, and everyone was gone, like they had left, and I was crying. I was like, what the hell? Oh my God. I called my nanny, I'm all, where the hell are you guys? She goes, I'm on my way back from school. I'm all, why'd you drop him off so early? She goes, school starts at 8:05. I felt like a fucking idiot, but I'm like, oh, the school did just start 2 days ago, so. But they came and saw me at the airport, and my son was very upset about my hair. He's like, Mommy, what is going on with your hair? Did I tell you, Shelly? He started crying. He goes, what happened to your hair, Mommy? Why'd you cut it? He was crying? Yes. He goes, you look different. And I was like, oh my God. And he goes, then he went from, hold this really tight. He goes, are you going to be in there with gangster girls with like hair like Bentleys? Talking about one eye, because Bentley just took her braids out. Did I tell you he said that? Hold on, and I was like, gangster girls or not, Mommy's not Mommy will be okay. Don't worry about me. I don't want them in, like, worrying that I'm gonna get fucked off by some thug killer, I was like, Mommy's gonna be in there with business women like me. And so, no worries. And he's like, don't talk to anyone in there. And I was like, why not, baby boy? And he's all, because they're bad people. And I was like, not everybody that goes to jail is bad people. And I was like, remember that, sweetheart, But that sucks, knowing that they're all worried about me and shit. I think they sent me here because I wanted to be near my family, and there's not that many women's federal institutes or whatever, institutions, whatever the fuck. So I believe this is the nearest women's facility to Vegas. So that's why we're in San Francisco tonight, because I have to turn myself in tomorrow. So, all this person here, let me get dressed, guys, because you're not getting that on film unless you give me tons of money. Oh. You want to know what I said last night? I go, I wouldn't wish this feeling upon my worst enemy. And I was like, well, yeah, I would. Well, my worst enemy. Fuck yeah.
Who would be your worst enemy?
Oh, don't even say her name. That fucking bitch, man. She's a bona fide snitch, stalker, everything. Crazy. Obsessed bitch.
I wanted to have some fun with my girls on my last night as a free woman.
I haven't been to church in 25 years, probably. I know, that's terrible. I just don't understand it. Like, it just seems like a lot of hypocrite stuff is going on.
It is. That's
okay, like, let me give you one example. First of all, black people were not even accepted into their church until the 70s. I just don't think that's right. B, okay, so they're like, oh my gosh, you drink coffee. Like, my mom's like, I can't believe you drink coffee. Like my mom, we used to stop at Starbucks. I can't believe you drink coffee. Now, supposedly, I'm not supposed to drink caffeine or have a hot drink.
Why can't you have a hot drink? What about tea? What about what you're saying?
They don't drink tea and coffee. And I was like, okay, but you motherfuckers will drink a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or a hot chocolate. You still drinking hot drinks. You still drinking caffeine. It just doesn't make sense. Just a lot of things didn't make sense to me growing up. Like, I don't know. It's okay. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. Basically, the religion requires you to, like, do a 10%, not tithing, is it?
Yeah, tithing.
Oh yeah, tithing, okay. The strip clubs and the escort services just got taxed. They want us to pay 10% of our income to the state, in addition to all the other taxes and license fees and all the other BS we have to pay. And they were labeling it a sex tax.
What does Shelly call him?
Moron. What?
But didn't you guys grow up Mormon? Didn't you guys grow up Mormon? Is it that your family religions?
Yep, my mom and dad. Yep, exactly. So they really don't like me. Okay, girl, everything's gonna be good. So, you guys look good in your heels. Toes done.
What time is it?
Hair's done. Everybody's shit done. Are you fancy now? Oops. Wait. Yo, watch out for my fucking wig right here. Okay, do you want to go over any of these bills? I think we should, and some of this stuff right here.
She's still trying to build. I got you.
Well, no, seriously.
No, I got them. I put them all in the thing, all the ones that I knew what they were.
Okay, now at the end of the year, I give the accountant these checkbooks, and that kind of like tells how much the bitches have gotten paid.
Right.
And this is kind of what he goes off of. But now sometimes, like this last time when I was in Salt Lake and I was paying, I ran out of checks. So I did money orders in there in the August receipts. Oh, which they're right here.
And these are all the bills?
Yep.
These are all the bills. Look at that.
That's like half.
We've been good, and I've always been loyal, and she's always been loyal to me, and I know that, you know, had this situation been reversed, like, she would have done the same thing for my family.
This is Tori. This is Tori. This is the girl that's gonna be everybody's mama now.
Mama.
Mama Tori, damn it.
Jodi took me from BB. I was the manager at BB, and she was one of my clients, and she would come in and, you know, try to holler at me a little bit and spend lots of money with me, and we built a good rapport, and I got pregnant. I was in college. That was 8 years ago. And I got pregnant, I was in college. She told me, come work at my office, you're gonna make good money, you know, you're gonna be cool. I went over there and I never left.
Coming out of the courtroom, I was like,
Cut that shirt off.
hold on. Oh my god. I'm all, if I don't look innocent in this, I don't know what I'll look innocent in.
This is Jodi after she got sentenced. Oh, yeah. Homeless. I'll play the clip real quick.
Oh my god! You little bitches. I can't believe how nervous I am. I don't think I've ever been this nervous in my life.
Well, shit,
Even when I like snuck out as a child and like I knew my dad was gonna beat my ass when I got caught, it was nothing compared to this.
Because you knew what to expect, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the worst, not knowing what to expect, you know? I mean, I've been to jail hella times, but I've always been bailed out within at most a day or two.
You didn't have so much time to think about it before.
I knew I was getting out in a few hours, you know? Like, fuck.
I was dying inside knowing I was headed to prison, but I still had to keep a straight face for my girls. Things needed to be business as usual, like I never left.
I always have a different experience when I
do seminars for this escort service than when I do service seminars for others. And the reason is this is by far the most successful escort service that has ever operated in the state of Utah. You, with this company, will make far more money than you will for any other agency. There are other agencies where girls work, where they sit with their thumb up their butt for weeks waiting for a call. You know, maybe on Saturday night they get a call, so they have to be all dressed up in your makeup, and you wait and wait for a call. This company does more business than probably every other escort service put together and doubled.
A few times a year we get all of the girls together with a meeting for the lawyer, and the purpose of that meeting is to educate them on the laws and to really put them up on game about the kind of business that they're in. Some of these girls are under the impression when they first start that they work at Candyland, and we have to make it clear to them as their manager that you're an escort and what you're choosing to do for a living is going to put you at risk and put you in a lot of situations that you need to know how to handle. Those seminars that we hold for the girls are to educate them on how to handle those situations, how to make money, how to be in this business with longevity and do well, and how to set yourself up for life.
You know, just like the lawyer said, you guys could make way more than a lawyer if you just have the right attitude. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and save it and retire.
I mean, honestly, you guys are only there for an hour. Have a good attitude for that hour. Even if the whole way up to the door you're tripping, the second you knock, you should switch it all the way up. And walk in with your good personality, your great energy, your big smile, your genuine kindness. That's what's gonna make you money.
I needed to make sure I reminded the girls of the basic rules of the game while I was gone.
Actively listen to your clients. Active listening is where you're listening to what they have to say and giving it a response that has to do with what they just said. Don't be thinking about your purse or your heels or how much money he might have. Actively listen to him. That's one of the reasons he's calling you. I mean, if you can't be sweet or at least genuinely pretend to be, if you're not that good of an actress and you want to act like a bitch, please find another job.
Because you're costing us our regulars. They call us for a reason. They want their fantasy girl. They want a sweet girl to come and be nice and sexy to them.
You don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a husband, you don't have anything.
Do not allow, if you have a man or whatever your case may be, do not talk about him. It just killed that motherfucking mood, I swear to God.
This is his fantasy. He is paying for a fantasy for the whole hour. He is not paying for sex. He is not paying for, you're not there to commit illegal activities. You're there to fulfill a fantasy. Act like a fantasy girl, look like a fantasy girl, be his fantasy girl.
We sell fantasies, not pussy, okay, ladies?
Straight up. Damn it.
We do not condone or promote prostitution. If a gentleman asks us for illegal services over the phone, we let him know that the girl cannot do that.
The ladies have to respect that Tori is the boss now, and she speaks for me.
When everyone needs to pay off their rebates, okay, if you guys have rebates that you owe the company, then you guys need to pay your full fee until your rebates are paid off. Mm-hmm. We all know what rebates are, right? Rebates are a fraction of the amount that the company lost by either you being late, you not being able to make a call go through that we booked, what else? Not answering your phone.
If we lost money, if we lost the call,
then you owe us money, and so it's not a fine, it's a rebate.
Okay.
I want to touch on negative attitudes and bad energy.
If you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Bye.
If you guys don't like this job, don't do this job.
For those who object to it from a moral standpoint, oftentimes those are the best customers. Many women make that decision, have made a lot of money at it, and feel that it's nobody else's business.
What do you think about a man calling the service instead of just going out to meet a nice lady to get it in?
The guy's called the service for variety. Or he's unhappily married and he wants a fun, positive girl to hang out with for the hour.
So why do you purchase women?
Well, it's much easier than to having a relationship that you have to put a lot of time and energy into. I work a lot, and it's just more or less when I'm working, I got to focus on what I'm doing. And then it's like, hey man, I let my hair down, I got to relax. I can call a girl up and say, listen, I'm going to be available after 9 o'clock. Are you ready? Or if she's not, good, I'll find somebody else. When she's available, or if somebody's available, I meet up with them and we go from there.
You know, in this world of dating, it's difficult. It's a lot easier to just call a number and say, hey, this is the kind of girl I want, send her over.
I got a separate little safe that says, hey, hooker, money. For me to pay for a hooker or an escort, it's gonna be a lot cheaper, and I get to make my own rules. A lot of girls are just like, hey, well, I want you to do this. Why are you talking to her? Why are you looking at that? Let me see your phone. Let me check your MySpace, your email address. When you buy hookers, it's not like that. It's just like, hey, bam, game over. You know what I'm saying? Take a Cialis, and an hour later, shaking hands.
The gentleman would call the escort service as opposed to finding a girl online or in the newspaper because of safety and discretion. The girls are required to do criminal background checks, and they also have to get health tests. Guaranteed discretion and safety. Can I help you?
Yeah, I was calling to get a price.
Where are you at, hon?
8th Street, Mary.
I could send a lady to you for $150. Yep.
Does fetishes?
Oh yeah, we love fetishes.
Adult diapers?
The what?
Adult diapers?
What's the adult diaper? I've never heard of that.
Now you wear it, scan it, and they change your diaper.
Oh my gosh. I could ask around and see if one of the ladies might be interested in something like that. How much money did you have to spend tonight, hun?
I don't know. I was looking to see how much it was.
Well, it's $150 just to get her there.
To get her there, and then what?
And then it would be additional tips for fetishes.
For fetishes?
Yes.
You never had that? Anybody call in for that, huh?
You know, I must say I don't recall the adult diaper one, no.
Pretty neat. You should try it.
Okay, well, do you want me to give you a call back once I ask the girls if they're interested in that?
You have to tip on that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit more than I was expecting. So.
Oh, $150 is more than you were expecting to pay?
Yeah.
For a girl to come and change your adult diaper, you didn't want to spend more than $150?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. Bye. You know, the diaper thing last night was a fetish. He wanted, I guess, his diaper. He wanted to wear an adult diaper and have the escort change it.
Would you charge somebody to do something like that? Would be a fee that they should be charged?
You know, I've never done that. I've never been approached with that. And to be honest, I don't think I would feel comfortable doing that. You know, and there's a lot of times where you do walk away from a lot of money just because it's like all money's not good money, and that shit's weird.
Tell me about one of your craziest experiences with an escort.
Good Lord. I had one of these girls that was working for me. She called me up and said, hey, I need a ride over to, you know, the city center. I said, okay. I picked her up, drove her all the way over to the city center. And when I get there, it's like a husband and a wife, and they end up buying a tranny, and they wanted me to like go into the room and watch them and film them and everything. I don't know. Long story short, my car ended up getting stolen. I ended up getting roofied or drugged or whatever, passed out in the parking lot, you know, and it was a pretty crazy night. Most of the times I really don't remember.
Compared to a street girl as opposed to an agency girl, absolutely. Like, we screen the calls, and we keep a client list so that if he's used us before, we know if he's safe, what he likes, you know, as far as like girls, or if he has any fetishes.
Man, do I got fetishes. Basically, yeah, I do got some fetishes. I just, let's see.
A lot of guys in my situation have fetishes like, I don't know, foot fetishes, panty fetishes.
Pregnant girls. I don't know why, but it's just pregnant girls.
I don't know. They want to get banged by a dildo with a hooker or a tranny or something like that. That's why trannies, like, dudes like come up to it and make themselves like a fucking girl.
Do you employ gay guys or trannies?
Yes, we have had a couple of gay guys, and there is a pretty big demand for gay guys. Trannies, no. I can't say that we've had any trannies. That would be interesting.
I've met so many different types of guys. They can be fathers, they can be single, business, married, whatever. All of them are just into the whole woman physique, but having that extra special surprise, as they call it. A woman, soon as I get undressed, it's like their attention's just drawn to the penis, like, whoa, are you serious? Like, whoa, this is just crazy. With us, they will do everything that they are curious about a man with us, because seeing us as a female is much easier to do it than with a masculine man. And they don't want to have that in their mind that, oh my God, am I gay? Oh my God, you know? So sometimes it's hard for them to accept the fact that, oh my God, I had a penis in my mouth. I went down for my first time on a transsexual.
All kinds of girls get into this business. The girls that work for me are fortunate to work in a classy environment, entertaining respectful gentlemen. Other girls are not so fortunate.
My mom was on drugs and my father. We were in and out of foster care, you know. I was in and out of the dope houses with her, you know. Name it. My mom did everything just to get that hit. It was times I came home from school, she stole the toilet out the house. Then the furniture was gone. And I went from doing hair to selling weed. Then I went from selling weed to selling crack. Then from that I sold pussy, but I've been selling pussy, you know, since I could fuck.
Some people may think escorts are easy, but that couldn't be further from the truth. We don't do anything unless we're getting paid big bucks.
A lot of people look at escorts like we are hoes, you know, and prostitutes.
An escort is a professional entertainer. An escort is someone who has educated themselves in the areas of entertainment, who can provide conversation, intelligent, stimulating conversation, who can provide visual stimulation, who can provide verbal stimulation in other ways, and provide fantasies and fulfill things in a man's life. You can entertain without being a prostitute.
Shy girls would never make it. You have to be outgoing, very intimate, very sexual. You have to sell sex without having sex.
Okay, so the weirdest call for me was when I went with another girl and this guy had this contraption, okay? He had this like huge metal thing that he hooked himself up to, and he wanted us to whip him. Like we beat him up. He paid us to beat him up. And we shocked him. He brought a shocker. It was insane. And it was weird to think about after, but it was, yeah. It was a good call to be done with.
How much would a customer pay for something like that?
We got $1,500 a piece for a call like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, you get guys that want to see guys and girls, the homosexuals. Those are pretty wow to me.
What weird call? I had a guy, he wanted me to strap on. That I had another weird call. A guy wanted me to in the bag and give it to him.
Did you bag and give it to him?
Hell yeah, the bag he gave it to him.
Wow. And how much did he pay you for that?
He paid me $400 to shit in the bag.
Why?
I don't know. It's just some sicko's fantasy.
You ever touched as a child?
Yeah, I was touched as a child. Why did you ask me these questions? Yeah, I was.
Do you think that has anything to do with you doing this type of a business?
Yeah, I do think so.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because my hormones raced as a kid because they were touched. So that's why they race now. I enjoy doing what I do, so.
And then there's the girls who do it just to have nice things but not really build anything for the future.
I started doing this honestly because I heard it was really lucrative. You know, I was sick of making $8 an hour. I was sick of working my ass off and getting paid crap. So I started because of the money, honestly. And it's treated me very well.
I wanted to give the girls who work for me one last gift to make them look their very best.
What are you gonna Botox?
All of this.
Is this your first time?
No. No, he's doing my lips and my forehead.
Wow.
I told you, I like being fake. All of it.
Eyes too?
Yep, we're gonna put just a little bit on the side.
My whole face.
The whole face?
The whole face. I'm the old bitch in this industry. I need to look young.
Yeah, a little bit about Botox. Starts working in about 2 weeks, lasts about 3 to 4 months, and just takes away all those wrinkles that make you look old.
Feel you really needed Botox?
Hell yeah, dude. It was a really generous gift from a really amazing boss.
My lips are numb like a motherfucker though.
What happened? What just happened?
Numbing cream.
Huh?
Numbing cream because they're gonna fill my lips up so I look like I got some DSL even though I don't do that. Look at my lips. Well, I can't really talk, but they're kind of way bigger than they were before.
Look like you're going through a lot of pain over there with that.
No, actually it didn't really hurt. It doesn't even hurt as bad as an IV, but you know, pain only hurts until the pain goes away. So, beauty's pain, what can I say?
You buy so much more lip gloss. Tons full of gloss.
Okay.
I don't like you.
No. The doctor, right?
Oh, you're almost done. You're almost
Don't, please don't right now. That's so uncool. Oh, Jesus.
Here.
Sorry.
Choice.
Yes, I'm good. I'm high as I can be.
You better get higher.
Yeah,
Like tomorrow, what you talking about? Get it popping. Shit, you need a shot too.
crazy.
You high. You better get high.
Yeah, that's why I got my ankle monitor. You know that, right? Because the federal judge, found out I had a marijuana prescription. And he was like, the feds do not honor the state marijuana laws. I'm putting a monitor on you. You have a curfew of 7 to 7. I was just like, what the hell is going on around here? I'm like, well, you guys should monitor it. Then you guys can tax that too, motherfucker.
But when you work as an escort, it makes your dating life hell. And you can't help but to think that all men are full of shit.
Whew. A good man is hard to find. That's my view on a man. Men, you know, they're like dogs. They fucking stick their dick in any hole that they see.
I don't know, I still like men. There's a lot that have issues, but, you know, everybody has issues.
Oh, I'd say about 90% of the men that call the service are married.
Separating the business from home, I didn't separate at first. I'd go home, talk about, oh, this crazy guy said this to me. And I'd take it home with me, and it started a lot of fights and learned pretty quickly just to not talk about it. No boyfriend wants to hear about you dancing around in lingerie for some other guy, even if they ask. They want to know, but they don't want the answer.
I don't have a man. Like I said, dating in this line of work is virtually impossible. Men either want you for sex or money when they find out you're an escort. So,
I mean, after being put in every type of situation that you could possibly think of, you know how to read men. You know how to, you're a human lie detector, you're a bullshit detector. You deal with every different kind of man on the face of the earth. You go into every type of situation. And so you eventually, what you're seeing is men that cheat on their wives. You're seeing men that are hypocrites. You see people high up in churches calling you over. You see every different type. So all men suck. They suck. They're lying, cheating, pieces of shit assholes.
Okay, so here's my phone. I have a stalker. He always calls from a blocked number. Everybody's programmed in there except for him. If they're not programmed, don't fuck with them until you've wrote to me, or at least write his name down, who he claims he is or she is or whatever. Okay. No bitches that have worked for us before that are coming out of the woodwork can work until I approve it, because like Right. Lita was like, oh, she's cool, right? I'm like, no, she's a dirty bitch. Where's my dude? Is he over there in that river? Do you know? Okay. I'm gonna go say goodbye to my friend over here.
Now that I was going to prison and couldn't stop it, I decided to use my time to become wiser and stronger, to become a better woman than I've ever been.
I don't know if I'll ever move on from this game. At the same time, I love it and I'm good at it, so in the near future, no. I think everything happens for a reason, and me being torn away from my kids and my loved ones at work, right now at this point in my life, something positive has got to come out of it. So I'm definitely going to expand my mind and get my mind 100% right, if it isn't already, so. No, because this is so terrible to have to drive myself here.
Yeah, that's like
I'd rather just get caught up and just be like, fuck it.
That's why I'm saying they should just send a limo or something.
Or no, that's what I mean, it will get me more time though. That's why I wouldn't, you know?
What would get you more time?
If I fucking had them come and catch me if they can.
I was feeling fear of change and fear of the unknown.
It's not life and it's not like forever. But it's still something I don't deserve. Yeah, motherfuckers, I have a heart. You guys said that cold bitch hasn't even fucking cried. Well, I'm crying now, motherfuckers. Okay? I'm crying. I've been crying all morning. I'm just like, ugh. My dad called and he gave me his little pep talk. Yeah, and it sucks because I'm PMSing right now. Like, I'm about to start my period, going up in this bitch bleeding.
What did your dad say to you?
Ask Shelly what he said. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about it. He just basically said that they have my back. If I need anything, just let them know. I know, girl, but this is still hard. And I know you're just trying to reassure me, but... I'm crying my ass off today. No, I'm not gonna go in here and cry. I got my crying out. Fuck that. How about that? But I do have to piss. Oh my god. I'm gonna be like, it was a long drive. Because they're gonna make me strip before I pee in case I have any drugs on me. Hello. Shit. My money.
So this is my heaven and hell. My life as an angry teenager, daughter of strict Mormon parents, mother to 2 children, and head bitch in charge. But when I look back, I smile. This is my beautiful nightmare, and I have no regrets. But I know one thing, they put the wrong bitch in jail.
Where do I see myself in the next 10 years is richer. I obviously see myself with the kids more because they're going to be more grown teenagers. I'd love to have like a couple beach houses and take some girls, you know, to the beach to work.
Get ready, Hollywood. Here I come.
He treat you like you ain't going nowhere. And even if you did, he wouldn't care. He does you wrong, but baby, I won't. You always saying that you'll leave him one day. He get away with everything and you stay. He does you wrong, but baby, I won't. no. He doesn't really deserve a woman like you, I know. And I ain't tryna take you for nothing or something that you really want. I'm just saying, he can't love you like I could do. He'll just hurt you, but I'll heal your heart. I'll heal your heart. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't care when you come or you go, and half the time he isn't even home. He does you wrong, but baby, I won't. You hit him up and he doesn't get the call. He says he doesn't even get it at all. He does you wrong, but baby, I won't. No, he doesn't really deserve a woman like you, I know. And I ain't tryna take you for nothing or something that you really want. I'm just saying, he can't love you like I could do. He'll just hurt you, but I'll heal your heart. I'll heal your heart. He just does you any kind of way. You just choose to stick around and stay. But he'll treat you better than he ever could in his whole life.
What we going to do today?
We're gonna go get our girl, take her home. Shit. I'm so happy right now. Oh my gosh.
And you got the facility fucking bitches. Girl, the guys from the mailroom came in, they're like, your girl's out there in a Bentley. And I was like, that little bitch. Oh my gosh. Wow.